Dragons. My name is Egan. I'll be your Dungeon Master and your guide into this world of Dungeons and Dragons. We'll be playing D&D BX. We have a new player. His name is Dare. He's gonna join us for today. We'll introduce him, of course, and then welcome back everyone else. Thanks for rejoining the game. And we have Grant, Naku, and Random as well. Alright, so to get started here, I'm just gonna go over what we're gonna do today. So we're gonna, of course, prepare Dare to play. We're gonna get everyone else ready to play, and then we're gonna play. So that's the plan. We're playing, of course, Dungeons and Dragons Basic Expert with some house rules. Alright, so we'll just start with preparing Dare, and then everyone's just stand by, be ready when it's time to get your characters ready as well. In the meantime, you can do other things, of course, but I'll be with you soon. Alright, so we're gonna start with introducing Dare. So Dare, welcome. We're gonna play some D&D BX. This is Dungeons and Dragons. This game, I'm gonna start with telling you what it's all about, then how to play it, and then we'll create your character. So D&D is about telling stories of your characters, adventuring characters, getting golden glory across a dangerous medieval land, typically by hunting monsters, treasures, and bounties from dungeons guarded by dragons, hence the name Dungeons and Dragons. The most glory, the most gold can be found there. Naturally, this is a game of telling your characters a story, how you lived your life and were eventually killed. But of course, you can try to do anything you want. Most, of course, players will team up to go to the dungeon. That's where the greatest risk and reward can be found. So naturally, if you want, truly, you can actually do anything you want, whether it be drinking, gambling, wasting time, up to you. But when you come here to play, this is game day. This is the time to actually set out on adventures and get golden glory. In between adventures, when you're not playing, you can chill, relax, and do normal things that your character would normally do, but in the chat or whatever. But during the game day, it's like the characters gather for an expedition, right? They're preparing to set out for a large gamble, right? So that's the idea behind it, telling the story of how you lived your life for golden glory. That's the goal of the game, to get the golden glory, to survive, to live, to tell the tale, right? So the point of the game, of course, in the end, is to have fun, tell stories, create memorable moments and such. But that's what D&D's here. D&D here is all about. So now you know what it is, I'm going to teach you how to play. But before that, do you have any questions or concerns on what D&D is to us?
No.
Alright, nice. If you do, just let me know. Alright, so I'm going to teach you how to play. It's very simple to play D&D. So, to play it, there's only 3 steps, and there's 2 types of players. One player of the group is the Dungeon Master, the guide into the world of D&D. He does not have a character. Instead, he's more like the narrator. He's your guide. Right? He's going to tell you what's going on around your character, what's going on in the story, and what you could do, right? Your options, perhaps, right? Some ideas. You, however, like every other player here, take on the role of an adventuring character. The characters that we're telling stories about. You're the main focus. We're telling how your character survived or was killed, right? So, you're gonna play the role of one character, okay? And once you know the situation, once everyone knows it, you might think about the situation. You might discuss it. But most importantly, step 2. So step 1, the Dungeon Master describes the situation, right? But step 2 of the game, you get to choose your own action, whatever you want to try to do. Whether you want to visit the tavern, you want to talk to some locals, you want to set out for the adventure, is your choice, right? Once you have made a decision, the last step of the game, the Dungeon Master will tell you what happens when you try a certain action. Sometimes, if there's risk involved, dice will be rolled. You will get to roll some dice or something, right? To see if you succeeded or not. That's all there is to playing D&D. Once you know your results, you can then take your next action. It's an input and output game. You put in your action, you get out the results. That's pretty much it. Does that make sense there?
Yep.
Alright, nice. So, he knows how to play now. We're gonna start with creating everyone's characters. So, as per usual, you all are allowed to create one character, since naturally your characters are expected to die at the end of each game. But if you don't, you become more seasoned, more experienced, have more seniority, and you get more characters naturally. Some retinue, right? So you gotta build your retinue, get some retainers. Grant, Naku, Random, we'll get you each a character if you're interested. Grant, you'll need one character since you don't have any. Naku, you two
Yep.
actually. And then Random, you just want a retainer,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Good
Pretty
to go.
much.
Because there's a new one, we're gonna start with him, right? Then everyone else just stand by. Let's see. Get some pencil and paper at this point there. If you have a notepad on your phone or computer, that works too.
Yeah, I got it out.
Okay, we're gonna take some notes. The reason why we take notes is so we don't have to remember this shit. So if you take the notes, then yeah, you can always refer to it when you need to. Alright, we're gonna start with determining your character's ability scores, which are a reflection of what your character is capable of as an adventurer. Their strength, their intelligence, wisdom, dexterity, constitution, and charisma. There are only 6 abilities, okay? Those are the 6. We're gonna see how strong your character is first. So we're gonna roll 3 6-sided dice. This will determine the scale. The scale is 3 to 8, or 3 to 18, I mean. 18 is the highest. It's gonna determine how strong your character is in comparison to the average man. So whether you're below average, average, or above average, pretty much in strength. Alright, so I'll be rolling for you for the start, but in the future you can try to use the dice pod if you're interested as well, if you want to try to roll your own dice. Okay, so your first score is a score of 8, which is considered below average. So your character's weak. He's not very weak though, he's just slightly weaker than most men. A score of 9 to 12 is considered average. So if you scored a 9, naturally or higher, you would have been average, but you're 1 point below it. A score of 3 to 8 is considered below average. 13 to 18 is above average.
Alright.
Alright, the next ability you got is called intelligence. So the first one, by the way, I would write it as strength tag 8 or STR tag 8. But you can note it down however you want, as long as you can understand your own notes.
Got you.
Alright, your intelligence is 10. So INT 10. Alright, next is wisdom. Your wisdom is 13. Really good.
Nice.
W.
This is your character to your ability to like perceive things, to understand, to know, or mostly to understand and see your senses. Alright. Next is your dexterity, how quick you are, how good your aim is. You have a score of 11.
Nice.
Next is your constitution, your toughness, your
Sounds like a
endurance.
thief.
Yours is 13. Really good.
That was tough.
Your charisma is 7, so you're a bit shy. Not a great social person. Right. Next is going to be Grant. We're going to create your scores next. You already know how this goes. We're just going to go through the rolls. You're going to note it down as usual. Welcome back.
Yep.
Alright.
Thank you.
Strength of 9.
Average.
Intelligence of 11.
Nice.
W.
Average.
Oh god.
A wisdom of 7. Oh, sorry. No, 10. Yeah, 10.
Average.
That was pretty average.
Dexterity of 10.
Average.
I guess you can do it all.
You can do it all. Yeah.
Constitution is 9.
Average.
He's really doing all
Charisma
of
is
it.
15.
Holy fuck.
Oh god.
damn.
Never mind. He's not average, man. That's Riz. That man got Riz, bro.
He's a politician.
VIRL.
Alright,
Mm.
Aku, you're next.
Alright.
Strength is 6.
Yikes.
No more fighter.
Intelligence is 8.
Yikes.
Wisdom is 10.
Okay.
Dexterity is 8. Constitution is 7.
Yikes.
And charisma is 10. That's like a torchbearer, cleric or something.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, this really finna be a torture bear, bro.
Random, you're next.
Yeah.
Strength is 11.
11.
Intelligence is 8.
8. There goes my magic.
Wisdom is 9.
9.
Damn, that's crazy.
Dexterity is 7.
7. Hold on, yeah.
I had to be sacrificed, man, bro.
Constitution is 9.
9, not bad.
And charisma is 6.
6.
Alright, we have all the classes abilities, rolled up. We're gonna pick class next. So choosing your class is the next step. This will determine your set of skills, your role in the party, your job, pretty much. So there are 7 classes to choose from. The first 4 classes belong to the race of humans, and the next 3 classes belong to the race of demi-humans. You all are gonna pick one, right? So the first 4 classes include Thief, Magic User, Cleric, and Fighter. And the next 3 are Dwarf, Elf, and Halfling. So those are your options. I'm gonna give you a recommendation based on your scores, of course. We're gonna start with Dare. Dare character is decently intelligent. He's very wise, pretty dexterous, somewhat tough. No, very tough actually. I'm gonna recommend you mostly Cleric since you're wise. Clerics are like holy men, soldiers of God, Templars. The second best option for you is Magic User, such as like wizards and warlocks, witches and such. What would you like to play as?
I'll do wizard.
Magic User? Good to go.
Yeah, magic user.
The Magic User class is pretty much any person or any man who uses magic, right? Using Magic User. So, let's see. Alright, next, Grant. Grant, your
Cleric.
options are, okay.
Yeah, I can basically do everything.
Naku, do you know what class you want?
Any recommendations?
Cleric, due to your high wisdom, or decent wisdom.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
party of cleric.
Random, how about you?
Any recommendation?
Fighter or Cleric? Or Dwarf?
I could go dwarf. Yeah.
Get
Let's go
some trap
dwarf.
skills and all that. Right, good to go.
Yeah. Mainly for the vision range.
Mhm.
Torvald the dwarf.
Alright,
Bro, you need to vault the dwarf. It's so overpowered.
Hmm?
alright. Next is your hit points. So hit points are or how hard it is for your character to get killed. Okay. So we're gonna roll for this too. We're gonna start with Dare. He's a magic user. He has 1 to 4 hit points. We're gonna roll a 4-sided die. Dare, your magic user starts with 1 hit point, plus 1 bonus due to your high constitution. So you're gonna start with 2 maximum hit points. So right, 2 of 2 HP. Or 2/2. Grant, you're next. You're a cleric. You get 1 to 6. Starting with 4 hit points. That's pretty good. Naku, you're a cleric as
Ooh.
well. You have a -1 penalty. Starting with 3 -1, 2 of 2.
See?
Yep, 2 hit points. Random, you got a +0 bonus. Dwarf starting with 1d8. You have 7 hit points.
Nice. Nice, I like it.
Alright, items. You're almost done here. We're all almost done. Now we're gonna get armor, weapons, equipment, supplies, and such. I'm gonna give you a list of what you've got. I'm gonna start with there. There you're gonna take note of your inventory. You're gonna start with a set of clothes. You also have a light
Gloves.
helmet.
Light helmet.
Alright, you also have, I'm gonna let you pick between, do you want a good missile weapon, like a ranged weapon, or do you want a good melee weapon, close combat?
Ranged.
Good choice. Alright, we're gonna start you with a crossbow and 10 corals. Corals are the ammunition for your crossbow. It's Q-U-A-R-R-E-L-S, I think. Yeah. So you have 10 corals, crossbow bolts, however you want to pronounce it, and then you have 1 crossbow. Alright. Next, you're gonna also have a bag. You're gonna have a tinderbox. You have a, let's see, a knife. You're gonna also start with 3 torches, a bandage, and then you're gonna also start with, let's see. Let me double check what else costs 1 copper. You start with a tool of your choice. Pickaxe, hammer, shovel, any normal medieval tool you can imagine.
A lockpicks?
Lockpick, that's a complex tool events. So,
Complex tool? No.
Yeah.
And then I'll do pickaxe.
alright, pickaxe, that's fine. Alright, you've got a pickaxe. You got 1 more copper. We're gonna spend it on, let's see, let me double check. Supplies. You can have a bottle of beer. Dwarves like their bottles of beer. You get it's a, I think it's half a gallon actually. It's like a large bottle. So, total of 4 pints in there, and it basically, uh, wait, we need a container for it. Let's see. Actually, cross that out because we don't have a container. We need a container. Let's see. Alright, you're actually gonna start with, we'll give you 10 logs. It's pretty heavy, but you can start campfires with this in the dungeon. Make a camp. With a camp, you can rest. Alright. Next is gonna be Grant. Let's get your character some equipment. Gonna be starting with 12 silver worth of equipment. I'm gonna pick it out for you. You got a set of clothes on. We've got a holy symbol. Alright. Do you prefer missile weapons or melee weapons? Grant.
Grant, you're muted. Well,
Nice. Alright.
Lord.
We'll move on. Oh shit.
oh, he's back.
My audio wasn't working. Like my mic wasn't working.
Yeah.
Is there any way I could get a shield?
Sure. Alright, we'll start you with a shield and a spear. Also going to start you with a bag. Give yourself a bag and a flask of holy water. And also going to start with, let's see, 30 pounds of food.
Ooh, that's good.
Also, you're going to start with a sling and 30 stones. Alright, Knuckles next. You'll be starting with 17 silver worth of equipment. We're going to start you off with a set of clothes and a holy symbol.
Great.
You prefer missile weapons or melee weapons?
Missile.
Alright then, we're going to get you a longbow and 20 arrows.
Great.
We're also going to get you a light helmet and a gambeson.
Light helmet. Gambison.
Also going to get you a backpack.
Alright.
You also have a lantern.
Very cool.
Okay. And you have a tinderbox. Okay. You also have a flask of oil,
Yeah, that's cool. Cool, you know.
a holy water,
We were.
and you're gonna have one tool of your choice. What would you like?
Not the sickle. Can I just get a shovel?
Yep.
Uh,
You're also gonna be starting with a bandage,
okay. Damn, this thing get a lot.
you also got a, let's see, 10-foot pole,
Okay.
a knife,
Okay.
and a candle.
Hey,
Alright, that's
it's not cool
everything.
getting people right.
Okay, random, you're next. You're gonna be starting with a set of clothes.
Mm.
And give yourself a light helmet.
Mm.
Okay. Also starting with, you want a missile weapon or a melee weapon?
Can I get like shield and spear type shit?
Alright, shield and spear.
Yeah.
And then you got a bag
Yeah.
and a tool of your choice.
He don't got a gambeson?
Can't afford it.
Okay. Shield and spear, light helmet, bag, and one tool. Can it be a crowbar?
No.
What are my options?
Pickaxe, hammer, normal tools. No
Oh yeah,
expert tools. Crowbars, expert tool.
hammer, and what's the other one?
Pickaxe.
Hammer?
Pickaxe,
Okay.
please.
No, what are my options other than pickaxe and
Normal
hammer?
tool.
There's like five of them, right? Like pickaxe, hammer, sickle, and
Sure. Pickaxe, hammer,
Shovel.
sickles, wood axes.
let's go with the wood axe.
Yeah. What X probably the best.
What about the pickaxe?
It's not
Grant,
needed
I'm
right
not
now.
you. How about that?
Alright, let's move on. We're almost done.
Yeah.
So if you're a spellcaster, you'll get your spells now. Let's see. Alright, there. We're actually gonna make a small adjustment.
Okay.
Okay, so you're gonna actually remove your light helmet
Okay.
and you're gonna give yourself a spell book instead.
Alright.
So you're gonna get your spells now. You're gonna get either two random spells, two Dungeon Master pick spells, or one spell of your choice. What option would you like to go with?
One spell of my choice.
Alright, I'll tell you the different spells you can choose from, okay? So listen carefully.
Alright.
They all do what they sound like they do. But if you have a question of what one of them does, just let me know. I'll go down the list. There's like 12 options for level 1. Okay, so the options are Charm Person, Detect Magic, Floating Disc, Hold Portal, Light, Magic Missile, Protection from Evil, Read Languages, Read Magic, Shield, Sleep, or Ventriloquism.
Read magic.
Alright, good choice. Read Magic allows you to, of course, read other people's magic spells and read magic that you find so you can use it right away. Very good choice. Alright, the party is ready. So, we're almost done. One last step actually. We gotta pick names. So you're gonna get either an old school name, which is random, or you're gonna pick your own character name. So starting with Dare. Do you know what name you want, or do you need time to think about it?
Gilgamesh. That's cool.
Okay.
Well, this
Your name was Gilgamesh. All right, Grant. What name would you like?
Ezekiel.
All right, Naku.
Naku,
Naku, are you with us?
you're muted.
I will come back to him. Random, what name would you like?
I'm gonna go with Torvald.
How do you spell it?
Torval. Torvald.
Thank you. Naku,
It's
are
a
you with
good
us?
dwarf name. Oh boy.
All right. Let's continue with getting the other characters ready. So that's gonna be, of course, just Livius.
Can I hire my retainers back?
One at a time, but let's start with your own character.
Yeah. Alright, for me,
Okay,
I
so
mean,
in your last
hmm,
adventure, you made a profit of. Oh, we already noted it down. Okay. All right. Yeah, you made a profit of 25 coppers. Right.
hmm,
Do you need to purchase anything?
I mean, is there any recommendations? Maybe like a Gambison?
Sure. Gambit 25 coppers.
Yeah, sure. I'll take a Gambison. So that's a normal helmet and a Gambison.
Mhm. All right, you're down to 7 coppers.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
So
yeah,
you're ready,
maybe
almost.
that's it. Yeah, pretty much.
Who else do you want to invite to the adventure?
I say everyone. I got
Give
like
me a name.
three. Okay. First of all, Roman the dwarf.
All right. What's your charisma?
9.
All right. What's your offer? Just a standard invite. Want to come with us?
Standard invite. We did good last run, I would say. So let's do more good. We also have a dwarf brother.
All right. Well, he accepts the offer. Rowan's back in the
Hell
party.
yeah. Hell yeah. Roman's back. Now I wanna go for Kantit, the fighter.
All right. One moment. Gotta find the sheet. Oh, I see him. Okay. By the way, in the last run, Rowan, it says that he got 12 coppers.
Hmm.
All right. Countess rolling his reaction. He declined the offer
Oh boy.
heavily. It's a 12. He might not actually even come back.
Alright, fuck him then. Two HP guy. I got one more. Alwyn. Alwyn the fighter.
You can't make money? Let's see. Checking if you made money with Cantith. Did he get paid? Do you remember if you paid Cantith?
I don't remember. I think it was the one run without any profit. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think it was the one run without any profit. If you don't have it noted, then yeah. No money.
Hmm. I don't see his name anywhere. Looking for it.
He joined like the first run and then he didn't join anymore. It's been like 3
Oh, I see
sessions
it.
since he
Yeah,
joined.
I
Yeah,
see him now. Festival fighter. He made zero
yeah,
profits.
yeah, pretty much. He had a lot of good shit on him, but well, what can you do?
Yeah.
So yeah, Alwyn. I think Alwyn came before Candid. So let's see. I wanna Alwyn the fighter. I
Alwyn.
think I
Yeah.
made good money with him, like 50 copper or something maybe. Went to Alwyn. I'm not sure.
I'm checking.
Oh, oh, my guy dropped out. Fucking Dare dropped out.
Oh, 68 coppers.
Yeah, he made good money.
He's joining.
Oh, nice, 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 nice. Thank God.
Man, we lost another one.
I think, yeah, Duke left. I don't know what's going on with Nakuto. Grant, you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, thank fuck. He's how the fuck? Alright, well, there's that.
What class is Elwin?
Fighter. He had like 5 hit points, I think.
Okay.
I might not be able to do dungeon this time around. Kinda. Oh boy, this is not good.
Alright. And that's pretty much it, right? So,
Mhm.
is there anyone else you were trying to hire?
I mean, that's all the retainers I got,
Okay.
actually.
Alright. And it looks like, yeah,
That's
Gilgamesh
it.
dropped out. So,
Like, fucking. Yeah, I told you it takes patience, way too much of it.
what's your new guy's name?
New guy is Torvald.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the dwarf. I like the name. It's a nice dwarf name.
You said what?
Oh my god, Naku. Well, there he goes again.
All right. I'm gonna assume he's out as well. So, do we want to do a two-man run or how's this gonna go down?
I mean, I say we wait like 5 minutes. If Naku doesn't come back by then we just do like a two-man run.
All right.
Yeah,
See
that's
you in
Probably,
fine
five
with me.
minutes. Take a 5 minute break
probably,
since we're done with prep.
yeah, probably won't see the fucking dungeon.
All right, I'm back. My bad. I got called to
Oh,
go get some
there
groceries.
you go. He's back.
Yeah, I had to go get some groceries. My bad.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. Yeah, your name was basically. Okay, so dude dropped out. The other dude dropped out. So we just got the three-man.
Oh, okay. So
Uh,
what was my name?
so the good thing is, so good news. My three
Mhm.
fighters are here. So
Okay,
I got
cool.
two dwarf, one fighter.
I don't know if we have the facilities to take on the dungeon right now. I mean, it's
I
up to you, of course.
So we got six people basically. So we got rank
I
one.
mean, we could try to do it. I'm
Listen,
totally down.
I got we got two clerics, two dwarfs, one fighter, and one thief.
One
We
fighter, one
Now here's
thief,
the thing
two
that I
doors.
want to say. We have
Hmm?
not entered the back entrance of the temple ruins. We've just been entering the front entrance. There's another entrance.
Okay. Well, I know there's another entrance, but you know how hellish this place is, and plus, I think it might be actually better to go to the actual entrance because either way, if we go somewhere else, we could get cucked very horribly.
Yeah, so
But
basically we are starting at the siege camp. So anything we do is gonna involve like swamps.
I mean, we won't probably have to deal with it like that. We just go. We are at the siege camps. We just gotta make our way to the dungeon, which is like 20 minutes.
Yeah,
Daytime is
that's
gonna
the
be
thing.
crazy.
That's the thing. We don't even need food or anything.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna need it eventually, but
I mean, that is interesting. We
we're
could
gonna
just
need it
like
eventually.
we could just like offer some food in exchange for fucking a cleric.
And I don't think they. I don't know. We just
No, no, no.
gotta. We
Yeah. I
could,
get it. So Naku,
we-
you're going for Tiki Torch, right?
I mean, yeah. I'm just probably gonna hold the tiki torch,
Mm.
cause I don't want to like, bro. If I try to have the symbol and the tiki torch, that's not the. A
No,
cleric isn't just.
the issue with the Tiki Torch is like if it was 10 foot, you do understand the scope of 10 foot, right? It's
Yeah,
basically
yeah,
your floor to your ceiling. That's how fucking big the pole is.
yeah. That's how it's supposed to be. That's why it's a torchbearer. I don't. I'm not. I don't even have that high of a wisdom, to be honest. Like it's decent, and I think it
You're a
better if
cleric.
I'm just.
You're a cleric.
I'm. I got 10. I got 10.
So it's not about the wisdom as much as it is about just the fucking dice, the base dice. If the base dice rolls
Yeah.
good, hold on, let me pull up the cleric sheet. If the base dice rolls good, you don't need to worry about this. Alright? You overthink a lot about this shit. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I
But
have to, man.
no. The stupidest shit sometimes works out, right? Anyways, level one, you roll like I think. Oh yeah, you roll anything above a 7, you're good. Oh, 2d6 is higher or equal. Let me check. Hold on. Turn 7. Okay, so basically you just gotta roll higher than 7 and you're good with the skeletons, right?
Yeah.
With a 2d6. So you just gotta have like a 3 and a 4 basically. Anything above 3 and a 4, good. And that's why we have like two different clerics. That is, so in case one of them fails, the other one succeeds. Hopefully.
Like I
If
said,
both of them fails,
I,
we're fucked.
yeah, we are fucked. That's
Don't
what
worry
I'm
about
saying.
it. Hmm.
I mean, if you really want me to run Tiki Torch and hold up,
Naku, the thing with the tiki torch, I'm saying, instead of the 10-foot pole, you just break it in half.
Wait,
Right?
hello?
Something's happening, maybe. But yeah, Grant, you see my point, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like instead of the 10-foot pole, you just break it in half, have a 5-foot pole. It's not as cumbersome anymore, and you can hold it. You can hold both the holy symbol and the 10-foot pole, or the fucking tiki torch, and you can also maneuver it. It's 5 foot.
Ekin, I have a question.
Is he back?
He
That is a
doesn't
question for
seem
Ekin,
like.
I'm gonna be honest.
Because in theory, it shouldn't be that too long to the point where it's like
Hmm.
to the
10
point
foot
where
is.
it's like you
Hmm.
can't use one hand because a torch is one hand. But then
Yeah,
again, 5 feet is 5 feet.
yeah, that's the thing. The thing is, right, we've been making the 10-foot pole and the torch work and the holy symbol work so far, but it's always been at like, okay, if you want to use the holy symbol, you can't hold the torch that well anymore, or if you want to hold the torch well, you can't use the holy symbol that well anymore. So I just wanted
Yeah.
to, if you just have the fucking, like, if we just let go of the extra 5 feet of vision, we could just basically 5 foot and torch is first rank torch, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much. So I'm just thinking, hopefully, if we don't get flanked out the wazoo, and if we um pray right off the bat.
Alright, gentlemen, it's been roughly 5 minutes. Hopefully that was a long
Yeah.
enough break for y'all. Sorry to interrupt your
Naku was
conversation.
Ekin,
bad.
Ekin, I have a question.
Yes. What's your question, Brent?
If 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 we split the 5 foot pole in half and put the torch on the end of the 5 foot pole, would we still be able to? Would we be able to use it with one hand?
The tiki torch basically. Like we've
Uh,
been on the consensus that the 10-foot pole requires two hands to operate well, right? The tiki torch.
Naturally, just like in real life, right?
Yeah.
Imagine carrying a
Yeah.
10-foot long pole with one hand with a
Yeah.
3 foot
Exactly.
pound or 3 pound weight at the end of it that's flaming, right?
So
So,
so how about we just half the we just split it in half, make it a 5-foot pole. Is that still gonna be too cumbersome to
I
hold
mean,
with one
imagine
hand?
doing it in real life, right? You've got a
Mm,
5 foot long pole, right? So
mm.
longer than a meter stick. If you've got a flaming torch at the end of it, right? Is one hand
Mm.
gonna be as stable as two hands?
I'm just saying, in a pinch, can you just maybe like hold it a bit lower and you just use the holy symbol on the other hand? Because someone has to either A, forego a weapon to hold a torch at first rank, or someone has to hold a tiki torch and be completely useless on the second rank.
You have two hands, yeah. So you could still carry the symbol in the same hand that you hold the pole. You just can't use it at the same time. Just like in real life,
Okay.
right? I could hold a
Hmm.
cross in my
If
hand.
I think about it, I feel like I could hold a 5 foot pole with a torch on the thing.
Would you be able to hold it as comfortably as if it were in two hands, though? And imagine doing this in
Oh,
a
not as
cave, in a
comfortably,
dungeon.
but I'd definitely be able to like hold
So
it
wouldn't you
up,
think you would
you
be
know?
penalized, right? Because that wouldn't be a
I
normal
feel
way
like,
to
yeah.
carry a pole torch, right?
Yeah. Yeah, makes
But
sense.
like, would we be able to like use the holy symbol, like just like have a penalty on the torch, but have the holy symbol as well?
The penalty would be on your movement speed. So you would be slower, naturally, you'd be more cumbersome, right?
Oh,
Hmm.
that's
I mean,
completely
in a
okay then.
combat scenario, it
So you
doesn't
explore a
really
lot
matter what.
slower, which means that there are going to be more encounters, right? You're going to make less progress in the dungeon, and there's going to be more
Hmm.
monsters coming at you before you can even get very far, right?
Hmm.
Okay, yeah, so we'll just do that when we need a cleric to pair.
So, so basically, it doesn't really affect us unless we're trying to explore or trying to retreat really fast, right?
Yeah,
Basically,
I
say for
suppose.
example, in a combat scenario, we're standing still, we're going head on against a bunch of enemies. There's no real escape. Then we can just, yeah, then we can just do it, pretty much, right?
Keep in mind though, if you have that 5 foot pole and you're
Hmm.
holding it in the first rank, you can potentially burn the people in front of you, right? That's a fire hazard.
Oh.
You have no complete control
Oh.
now. Now imagine there's someone behind you using a pole
Hmm.
torch, right? And holding the torch at
Yeah,
your
no.
side, right? You make one
Yeah,
wrong
no
turn, you might
shit.
catch fire, right?
Yeah.
Now you got a fire hazard
That's a
to your left or right.
this gives me an interesting idea. We could basically use it to burn the equipment of the enemies too, right? Technically, if we have the 10-foot pole. So say for example, someone has a 10-foot pole just there. They could technically use it to burn the equipment of the enemies if they're flammable.
Of course, you can do that with any kind
Yeah.
of torch. It's a flaming torch.
Yeah. Interesting. Interesting.
Alright, your characters have thought long enough. Are you ready to get started? Or do you have more questions?
I
Our game time is
believe
limited though,
so.
keep that in mind. You have till
Yeah, I think
11.
we got like 2 hours. Yeah.
Yeah. So do you want to
Yeah.
spend more time thinking at your camp, or do you guys want to take action?
Grant, do we wait for Naku or something? I don't think he's coming.
Yeah, I say we just go. It's fine.
Yeah, yeah. I say we just start. We need some level of fucking yeah yeah. Let's just start. Fuck it.
Alright. It's currently late January of year 16 now.
Hmm.
Your party stands in the village of Gagefsi. You're at your base camp in the campgrounds on the outskirts of the village. It's
Hmm.
morning, and you're quite hungry. Your characters have yet to eat. There's free food in the village if you're interested. A free food line is available to tax-paying citizens. Yet you haven't paid your taxes yet, and it's the last. Well, if you're a new character, you don't have to pay your taxes. Your character already paid. But if you're not a new character, you have to pay taxes. So that's gonna be like Livius. You have a tax of
How much was the tax?
10 silvers
10 silvers.
for
Can
the
I pay
year.
this month's tax? So I have 7 coppers. So can I take out maybe the money from the bank and then pay this month's tax only?
Alright, you can visit the tax collector then, and you'll
Yeah.
renew your status as a, of course, a member of this village, right? You're a member of Gagefsi at the moment, but your membership expires soon, so
Mm.
you'll have no way to get free food, right? When you're in the
Yeah, yeah,
village.
yeah. I'll take that shot.
Alright, I'm back.
Are you back, or are you gonna fucking mute yourself back?
I'm back.
Alright, Naku is back.
Alright, change your name. Okay, Livius, you're thinking about visiting the tax collector this morning.
Mm. Mm.
Ezekiel, what would you like to do? And fix your name, Ezekiel. Capitalize your C.
Grant.
Yeah, what's up?
You paying attention?
I just
Alright, we'll just skip you then. Livius, you're
Yeah.
headed toward the tax collector then in the village.
Mm.
And now I could go ahead and fix your name. The two of you are at camp, doing your own thing then. Okay.
did I ever get a name?
Oh, did you want a random name or did you want to pick?
Just get a random name real quick.
Okay. Yeah, you were gone. I asked you what your name was, and I think you were gone.
Yeah, I got caught. My apologies.
It's all good. Alright. Let's get your random name rolled up. Alright, your name is Verbran. Verbran. Verbran.
B or E.
Verbran.
Okay, thank you.
Or Brand.
Alright. Livius, you're in the markets now. You're visiting one of the tax collectors out here. A tax collecting stall is available. The tax collector, of course, you fall into line, and when it's your turn, he asks you your name first, and
Livius.
of course, how much you're. Oh yeah, he asks your name, and then of course, he shows you some papers, sees that you're a
Hmm.
normal villager.
Hmm.
So you tell me your name, Livius.
Yeah, Livius.
Okay. He takes your old papers, which you have in your bag or something, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, you hand him your papers. He gets some stamp for this year.
Hmm.
And of course, or before that, actually, he asks for your payment. It's 10 silvers to pay your year's tax.
Is it possible for me to just pay maybe a couple of months of tax? I don't have the full 10 silvers yet.
This here is a year's tax paper. I'll get you a month's tax paper, but
Hmm.
after that, if we're caught without your year's tax paper, you're gonna have to be paying your tax every month, right? You're gonna get a new tax.
Hmm.
Uh, do note, the year's tax is paid at the start of the year.
Hmm.
If you pay it later in the year, uh, as long as you pay it and you're currently paid for it, you should be fine. So
Okay.
I'm not going to offer you a year's tax paper though. This is a month's tax, so get it renewed next month. It is the end of
Okay.
January, so next week you have to get it renewed again for another silver.
Okay. Sure. I can
Right.
do that.
You minus 1 silver. You're not paid, so you can go get free food if you want.
Sure. I'll go. I'll go back to the camp.
All right. Well, while you're busy getting your papers stamped, you can't go yet because you've got to get your papers
Okay.
stamped. When you go to
Yeah, sure.
Ezekiel and Naku, or Naku, change your name. You're Vibran now. So
Alright, let me
Ezekiel,
change it real quick.
Grant, are you gonna change your name or are you gonna?
Yeah.
I asked you to fix the class indicator on your user.
Me?
Yeah, it's capital C.
Oh, that's my
Steve.
bad.
Should be uniform, right? So you can look down. You're the only one that did that. There you go.
That's my bad.
All right, Ezekiel, you've been waiting in camp all morning. You're quite hungry. What do you want to do?
Can I eat some of my food?
Sure. You start to make some breakfast. Vibran, you're at camp with Ezekiel too. He's making breakfast. Perhaps you might be able to join him, or perhaps you'll go to the free food line. But what would you like to do this morning? It's currently 0800.
I just we're in the town right now, or the siege camp.
We're in Gagefsi, the village of Gagefsi, at the
Oh,
base camp.
oh, cool. I'll just try to go to the food place and get some food.
Alright.
The line.
The retainers of Livius are also with him. Rowan and Alwyn have been following you along. We're gonna go back to Livius. Livius, after you paid your taxes and get your paper stamped, Rowan and Alwyn are your retainers. They're with you. You guys are
Alright.
headed toward the free food line or camp.
Yeah.
Free food
I
line.
mean, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, get the free food.
All right. You visit the all right. You visit the campgrounds, basically mess hall out here in the village of Gagefsi. You can eat outside or you can eat indoors. They're serving food here, right? Gathered by the hunters and the farmers of the village. Oh, one second. I'm making a phone call.
Grant, Naku, we
Yeah.
dungeon or
Sounds
bounty.
good.
I don't know. I mean, I'm
Sounds
down
good.
if you want to do it. I just don't know if. Okay.
Listen, if we get if we get lizard people in the swamps and if we can kill them, then
I
that's
don't really
money.
care about a
Then
bounty right now. I don't really
then
care
that's
about it.
bounty. That lizard people are just passive bounty. So that's that.
We can we can go for the
We'll go.
we can
We'll
go for
go
the
for
dungeon.
the dungeon.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
We'll head
I'm
to the
back.
dungeon. Anything else is bonus, basically. Yeah.
For
Anyways,
Bran, and Ezekiel, or actually Livius, you headed to the free food line at the mess hall. Vibrant's headed there too, and Ezekiel's cooking himself some breakfast, minus 1 pound of food.
Yeah.
Alright, so Livius, actually Vibrant, Livius, Rowan, Alwyn, you guys are actually able to find each other out at the eating grounds, or yeah, the camp mess hall, right, or the village mess hall. So you're
What
here.
about Torvald? Is he here too? The
Oh
dwarf?
sure, yeah, Torvald's here too.
Yeah, I got 3 retainers. Alright, we all having food.
Alright, so you guys have breakfast this morning together as a party.
Mm.
The only one not here is Ezekiel. As you eat breakfast, is there anything you guys want to do or discuss? You can share a
Do
table,
we
of
hit the
course.
dungeon? For Bran? Are we're hitting the dungeon, right?
Mhm.
Naku.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're hitting the dungeon basically. Let's see.
I'm down to go for dungeon.
Hell yeah.
What's up?
Let's do it. Let's do it. Fuck it. Let's do it. Yeah. We'll win this shit. How about that?
Alright. As you guys finish up your breakfast and discuss, of course, we're gonna go back to see what Ezekiel's doing. Ezekiel, you were able to prepare some breakfast, and you eat your breakfast. After your breakfast, or while you were eating your breakfast, was there anything you wanted to do, or was there anything else you wanted to do while you ate, or did you want to just finish eating? Alright, nice. Ezekiel's not paying attention, so he does not cook his breakfast.
Yeah, no, I'll just chill.
Alright, so you're still hungry. Back to Olivia's, Torvald, Alwyn, Rowan, and Verbran. After your breakfast, after your discussion, is there anything else you guys need to do or discuss before you set out?
I'm gonna
Nah.
just. We're gonna need to get food if we're going to the dungeon, by the way.
Ezekiel has food. He's got 30
How
pounds.
much? Isn't he eating that right now? It's gonna go down, and it's like how
He,
many?
he's
There's
gonna
6 of
eat
us, right?
30 pounds, yeah.
How many
No,
of
he's
us is it?
6.
Okay, there's 6. There's 3 for each of us. All right, that's what. I don't know if we're gonna make it with that, but I'm down.
Yeah. We'll go back to camp. We'll regroup. We'll then, I guess, head off to the dungeon.
Alright, so, Livius, what do you want to do? You've discussed with Verbran, right?
Hmm.
Are you making
Yeah,
that call?
that's what. Yeah, basically, I want to
Okay.
make the call. I want to ask the party to regroup back at camp.
Alright, your retainers are headed back. Verbran, are you on board with this?
Yeah, I'll head back.
Alright, the 4 of you are making your way back to, or the 5 of you are making your way back to base camp, your party's base camp. As you're making your way back there, Ezekiel, you're still quite hungry. You still haven't made breakfast. What would you like to do? It's about 0900.
Grant.
Can I cook the food?
Alright, you start cooking your food. The party has arrived at base camp. It's about 0900, a little past 0900, maybe 0930 now. At base camp, you find Ezekiel making breakfast. He's not ready to go.
Jesus fucking Christ. I'm gonna ask him to hurry up. Fucking.
Okay. Breakfast takes about an hour, so by the time he finishes cooking his breakfast and eating, it's about 9:30. The workday ends at 1600.
We've already lost so much time. Is he good now? Has he eaten?
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
It's pretty good.
So if we're all yeah, shut up. If we're all fucking if we're all good, then I'd say I'd ask the party that we start heading north towards the dungeon.
Alright, traveling north.
Yeah.
Very well. So,
Just pure north, there should be a road.
your party typically can only march for 6 hours of the day out of the 8 hours that they work. So, More than that would be exhausting them,
Pretty much.
forced
Yeah.
marching. So should be within the time frame. If we're gonna have lunch
Yeah.
around 12 though, it's gonna take an hour. So
Sure.
anyway, as you look north and prepare to set out beyond the village, it's just open plains. Is this fine?
Yeah. Sure. There should be a road. No. There has to be a road.
There's a road north of the village.
Yes. We'll follow the road for now.
Alright. When you use this road, you move at 50% faster speed. So instead of moving at the
Yes.
rate of 2 miles an hour, you move at the rate of 3 miles an hour on the road.
Nice.
Right. The road only takes you about maybe a mile and a half north before it veers east.
Good enough. We'll ignore the road now and we'll just head north. Just
Okay.
straight north. No distractions.
So a mile and a half north, that means it'll only take you about half an hour to get there.
Hmm.
So you can only march 5.5 more hours before your characters are exhausted.
That's good.
It's about 1000 hours by the time you continue north past the road into the open grasslands.
Hmm.
Alright, your party's now marching through open grasslands. Okay, so the open grasslands, you're able to travel at the rate of 2 miles an hour as medium footman.
Hmm.
So we've got a long stretch of grasslands to get through. And if you plan to march roughly 5.5 hours north, let's see how far you can get. Well, through the grasslands, you're able to cover at least 2 miles of grassland with 1 hour of marching. So,
Okay.
let's see. After basically an hour of marching, you're able to see maybe the grasslands continuing for another 2 leagues, maybe, right? And that was only an hour, so you've got 4.5 hours left to march at the rate
Yeah.
of 2 miles per hour.
We'll keep marching north.
So you do another hour, and that extra hour gives you another 2 miles north.
Hmm.
Still, there are just open plains north of you. Want to keep going?
Yeah.
Alright, we've got about 3.5 hours left to march.
I know the road. I know the road to the I know the road to the temple ruins. I've been there like twice.
Alright, well,
So
it's about lunchtime before we keep marching, actually. Let's have
yeah.
lunch.
Yeah, sure.
You characters establish a small camp and start to eat lunch. So far, the travels have been safe.
Nice. Thank fuck.
Alright, after lunch, you lost 1 pound for each character, 6 pounds of food was lost. You're down to 23 pounds of food.
Good enough.
We push on.
Hmm.
Okay. Basically, we're getting to grasslands today, most likely. We'll basically make it to the swamps, but that's about the extent of our journey.
That's what's happens. Yeah.
So we
You
had
have
a
the
stretch
journey
of
along for day one.
about 7.5 miles to cross open grasslands. We had 5.5 hours after the road, so let's see, 2 miles an hour, roughly takes 8 hours then. Or if there's 7, no, it will take half as much. So 8 divided by 2, it takes you about 3.5 hours roughly to get through the grasslands. About 4 hours pretty much. So you have about an hour of march left in you, and you can push through the swamps if you want today, or you can camp outside the swamps and rest in the grasslands. You made it to the
We'll
swamps
camp
though.
out. Yeah, we'll camp just outside the swamps. Basically, we'll try to find like maybe like a high ground and like out of reach of the swamp so we don't get bitten by fucking mosquitoes or whatever.
Alright. It's a wet day. It's January out here in Scorchmore. Your party begins to prepare camp. They get a campfire going. They get rest spots cleared out so you guys have a place to rest. And you set your gear. You create a stockpile of any equipment you don't want to carry or sleep with. You settle in for the night, right? You have dinner around 6 p.m. or 1800 hours. But the evening will pass. Is there anything else you want to do or discuss while you guys camp for the evening or the night?
I'd say we've got a pretty decent.
Yeah.
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 Good to go. All right, we'll pass the time.
Good to go.
You rest, and at pretty early in your rest, actually
Mm.
before dinner, there was a sighting in the grasslands, wild animals. Particularly, your party spotted deer moving across the plain. Were you interested?
How many?
It was a
How
herd
many?
of
How
deer.
far?
It was a safe
Eh,
distance away. They're just minding their own business, passing through the area.
are we interested?
No, I'm good.
Nah, nah.
Right, you pass up the
No,
opportunity to hunt deer, and you get some rest.
yeah. We need rest.
So yeah, for the push tomorrow.
The evening passes, and now we go into night. With a party of 6, you each will take about an hour shift. We'll have about 2 guards on the later night shifts, and about 1 guard on the earlier
Mm,
night shifts. So,
sure.
no encounters that night. By
Yeah,
morning, you
yeah.
have breakfast. After
Yep.
dinner and breakfast, you lost a total of 12 pounds of food. So we're down
Mm,
to 11 pounds of food.
fuck, we're gonna have to push. Uh,
That's what I said. We didn't have
yeah.
enough.
Don't worry about it.
The food is running low.
We got, yeah. We'll push north. Fuck it.
Alright, Livius takes charge, wants to lead your men north. Everyone on board?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Straight north. No
Ezekiel's on board.
distraction.
Verbran, you want to push north too?
Yeah, I'm down.
Alright,
Yeah, I'm down.
the party of 6 continues north into the swamps. The swamps are foggy this morning, actually. You're in Scorchmore after all. These swamps, the terrain is very rough. It's
Mm,
flat, it's wet, and everywhere you step could be a deep end of the swamps. You try to be careful using your 10-foot poles. Perhaps check
mm,
ahead, make sure it's safe to
yeah.
move. But the
We'll
swamps
be
contain
plotting and
very
stuff.
dangerous monsters, including you've heard rumor of undead patrolling these swamps, right? We'll see if anything like that occurs. 1 in 6 chance for monsters, animals, and undead. In the swamps, your party was able to spot animals in the distance. It appeared to
Mm.
be just a lot of birds out here, ducks out here in the swamps. Were you interested in hunting them? They are a safe distance away.
I mean, we could get some decent food out of them.
You can raise blind
But
hunt
Uh-huh.
these
what if we?
ducks.
Yeah, as a thief, I should have maybe like flanking and stuff.
Yep,
Yeah,
these are very good
we could.
hunters.
Yeah,
Do you want
we
to
could
advance?
hunt. Uh, I, are we gonna stray from the path from north?
Yes.
Then that's not a good idea.
I
As long
just
as you
think
can
we
hold your
should keep
ground, you can send a
pushing.
hunting party out toward the ducks.
Then we
It's up
split
to
the
you.
party. Nah, no, we keep pushing. Nah, nah.
I mean, it's
Push
up to
ahead.
you, boys.
They also are
We
a good distance away in the swamps, right? A safe distance.
y-
So if you do
yeah,
split the party, one party will be gone for a while. The hunting party, naturally.
yeah. That's not good. That's not good. We'll keep pushing north.
You push on. You
Yeah,
made it through the swamps. You're approaching the
thank God.
mountains.
Yeah.
On your way out of the swamps, as you approach, or as you push into the rugged, forested mountain terrain, you
Mm,
find a creek out here. It's flowing from the northeast to the southwest.
mm.
You want to cross it, or do you want to follow it?
Nah, we'll cross it. We'll keep moving north. I
Right.
know.
You
Yeah.
push north from this position. After a very difficult hike through the mountain forest, you reach the mountain sides. You're now in the mountain
Mm,
range. You're in the mountains now. You're approaching the south face of a range of mountains, and along this range of mountains, there's a very large wall extending east and west from here,
okay.
protruding out from the mountain, the base of the mountain.
Mm. Do we see any entrances?
From where you're standing, the wall continues east and west. You don't see any entrances from here.
Okay, we'll go west.
You continue west along this mountainous path.
Oh, what?
Keep in mind, uh, half the day is past.
Yeah.
Couches are wet, dirty, they stink. Also, it's should be a good time for lunch.
Hmm.
You stop to rest and have lunch, or do you want to push on with that lunch?
Oh, do we have lunch? Alright, we'll have lunch. Fuck it.
Alright, after lunch, you lose another 6 pounds of food. You're down to 5 pounds.
Hmm.
Your main real concern that they won't have a meal tonight. Or at least not as much food.
Hmm.
They've been marching all day. After lunch, shall we continue west or something else?
Yeah, we'll hug the wall. We'll continue west.
Alright, for Brandon and Ezekiel, I haven't heard from you. Are you on board with this?
Yeah,
I'm.
I got.
Yeah.
Brandon follows. Ezekiel follows. Ezekiel?
Yeah, I'm on board.
Alright. The three of you push on west, along the walls, through this rugged terrain, this mountain jungle. You start to see a structure up ahead, amidst the fog.
Hmm.
A large stone building. It seems to be
Okay.
the ruins of some type of temple, based on the designs, the features, the pillars and such.
Do I
Right?
recognize it? Is there a stone bridge? Or have we not
There doesn't
approached?
appear to be a stone bridge here,
Hmm.
but there
Alright,
is a
this is
stair
good.
leading up to the top of the tower. It appears to
What?
be some type of lookout tower slash ruin of a temple,
Okay,
like a
interesting.
temple with a large tower at the top.
Oh, okay. So, is there any people there? There's no people there, right?
It appears abandoned from what you can tell. It's in ruin. You
Oh,
don't hear anyone over there.
okay.
You can see birds up there
Hmm.
perched on the walls, the Mormons, the battlements, the tower itself.
Hmm. Alright, fuck. Is it alright? So it looks relatively big, right? There's a stone bridge and then the entrance looks relatively big.
You don't see the entrance from here, but you do see a stair
Oh, okay,
leading up
okay.
the walls.
The stair leads up the walls to a tower, and then there's the entrance.
The
Is there any
stairs,
entrance?
it looks like they might lead you up to the temple, not to the tower. So, in the middle of the temple, there's a tower that looks
Okay,
over this corner of the mountainside. You can also tell that this structure is built on the corner of this mountainside, at the far
interesting.
end.
I guess we'll approach the area first.
Alright, you're a safe distance from it, so you get closer.
Yeah, we'll be wary and we'll approach.
Okay. How close do you want to be to the ruins?
Let's say 30 feet.
Alright, you advance until you're 30 feet from the ruins. From here, you can see the walls leading up to the ruins, and now that you're very close to the walls, you see the wall leads toward a small gatehouse at the bottom, where you see a portcullis. The portcullis blocks entry through the gate passage, and the passage blocks entry or allows passageway or leads up to a stair that will, of course, spiral up the mountainside toward the tower or the temple itself. So a small gatehouse is here.
So small gatehouse. There is no stone bridge.
No, there's none.
This might be the side entrance. That is interesting. Um, okay, I wanna look to the south real quick and see if there's any rivers around.
You see forest, rugged terrain, hills and such. Water streaming down from the mountainside, creating creeks flowing south.
Flowing south. Okay. Uh, if the party is good with it, I would like to follow the creek. I would like the party to follow the creek to a river.
Yeah, I'm good with it.
Yeah, because we need
No.
to understand the siege camp. We need to get to the siege camp first to rest our
All
feet
right.
for a day. Yeah.
We need to get food too.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Alright, you follow the creek south. They eventually lead you toward these creeks flowing south, they're mostly flowing toward the southwest. And they
Yes.
take you to a river, a major river that flows southeast,
It
mostly
flows
south.
south. East. It's flowing from northwest to southeast, right?
Yes, the river, not the
Okay. Well,
creeks.
yeah, the river. We'll go northwest, upstream.
All right. You follow the river upstream after following the creek toward them, right?
Mm.
Uh, and eventually you're making your way through the mountains, the ranges of the mountains. The day is coming to an end, your characters are getting very tired. You want to push into the mountain range, through the valleys?
We're still following the river, right?
Yes. The
Okay.
river's now leading
We'll,
you
we'll
into the actual mountain range, through the
yeah,
valley of the mountains.
through the valley. Yeah, we'll push through. What the fuck is going on? Yeah.
Alright, the workday's ended, you're now in the mountain valleys. Forest, mountainsides all around you, it's getting dark.
Alright.
You
Well,
guys are
I guess
exhausted.
I guess we'll set camp.
Okay, you
This
start to prepare
is
camp, you gather wood, you start fires, create rest spots. The men are tired and hungry. There's not enough food for dinner. One person, or all of us, one person will go hungry, or all of us will eat less than
I'll
normal.
go hungry.
Okay. I can go hungry.
Hungry
Okay.
because I had breakfast.
You
No,
want to go
I
hungry?
had breakfast at other rations, so I'll go hungry.
Alright, you have a -1 penalty now. Your character's currently, starting to starve. You got a -1 penalty. You also take 1 hit point of damage, which you'll probably heal in the morning. But you try your best to go to. You cannot. It's hard to sleep on an empty belly, so you don't even get good rest either. In the morning, you're gonna wake up very hungry and very very tired. Not as tired as you would be without sleep, but still tired. Okay, is this fine?
Yeah.
All right. Ezekiel goes without food then for this evening and tonight, and probably in the morning. Everyone will be going without food in the morning. The men are not looking forward to this. You're lost, it seems, maybe in the middle of nowhere. You're in the range of mountains, and all you see around you are mountains, forest, and fog.
we are next to the rivers, I
Yeah, you're
believe.
camping along the river.
Yes. Okay. That's something to feel good about, I guess.
In the evening hours, there's a 1 in 6 chance for monsters, animals, and undead. Alright, same with the night hours. Monsters, animals, undead. With only 6 of you on watch, in the early hours of the night, one person was on watch at this time, running randomly between the 6 of you.
Mm.
Turned out to be Livius. It was about 11 p.m. at night. The
Mm.
party's only been sleeping for about an hour. They're exhausted, they're tired, they're hungry, or
Mm.
at least one of them is. The rest had dinner, and there's no more food for the morning.
All right.
You're trying your best to keep quiet, to watch over your men, not disturb their sleep, when suddenly you could not hear them at all, but you did not see them until they entered the firelight. And you camped among the fire, of course, trying to watch all directions. Right, you kind of sat near the fire and just watched out for your party from the fire, of course. And they slept around the fire, and you did not hear them until they were upon us. And
Wow.
they were a large horde of undead, particularly animalistic undead. They have surrounded your entire camp in the mountain range. They
Shit.
slowly continue to crawl up to your position, right? All of them watching you, their tongues hanging low. They grin hungrily. What do you do?
I'm gonna wake up the clerics. I'm gonna wake up the clerics fast.
Alright, you grab at the clerics and yell, "Wake up! Wake up!" Right? And as you do this, the monsters pounce on the party, right? There are so many of them. Let me roll to see how many have arrived.
Shit.
Alright. turns out to be a horde of 50 of them, roughly 50. You're surrounded by a pack of hungry ghouls in the wilderness, grotesque, animalistic undead, craving the flesh of humans and the living, right? So you're surrounded. You wake up your men, right? But before you can, they all move into your camp and begin to shred your men
That's a
apart.
TPK right there. Don't even gotta roll for it
Yeah,
anymore.
the
We're
story
dead.
ends pretty early like that.
What
We
the fuck?
shouldn't go through it, but yes,
Oh,
you camped out in the wilderness, in the haunted mountain range, right? Surrounded by a pack of hungry, man-eating, cannibalistic ghouls, right? They come into your camp, they hold your men down, they start chewing into them. You guys try to resist, maybe some of you try to flee, but there are just so many of them everywhere, right? The
mm,
clerics were also asleep, and they're
oh,
tired, right? So, let's see. This is
that's
fine?
unfortunate.
Yeah. Everyone died.
Yeah, that's game.
Alright,
Yeah.
so,
It's whatever.
we
I'm
made the
just
wrong
wondering how
judgment of
I
camp.
got lost. Previous knew the fucking road.
If he did, why did he choose the
Like
wrong
I said, we
directions?
Oh, how did I choose the wrong directions? It was straight north. Straight north led us to the last two times I chose straight north.
Yep.
We got led into the main
wait.
entrance of the temple ruins.
Then you went
Yeah, then we
toward the
went to the
west.
guards.
Then you went toward the southwest, following creeks to a river. Then you went northwest into the mountain range. The
Yeah,
camp,
which should have
the
led us
siege
to the
camp was
siege camp.
never in the mountain range, right? It was outside the mountains.
Oh.
Don't you
Oh,
remember? It
Yeah,
was out
fuck's
in
sake.
the
Huh?
safer
because
ground. You
oh,
traveled into the jungle, the deep of the mountain
Oh,
range.
yeah. Never mind
You
then.
were in
My
there,
bad.
like in Vietnam, pretty
Yeah,
much,
this
like in the
this was
jungle.
yeah, we were in fucking Vietnam basically, yeah.
You got
My
surrounded by
bad,
the
my
tree
bad.
hunters
I'm
and a
gonna fucking Naku could I could someone could have
huge
talked,
ambush.
man.
6 men get ambushed by 50.
I didn't know where we were.
No, I'm not
I've never
talking to
been out
Grant.
here.
I told you I have terrible directions. I didn't even look at. I don't use the whiteboard because I don't. My phone starts lagging.
Could have just said, man, fuck off.
I asked them if they
Anyways,
wanted to
no, no, no,
keep following you
it's
too,
my
and they said they followed you blindly, pretty much. They put complete
Well,
trust in
I
your
didn't know where we
navigation.
were or what was
I'm
happening.
not blaming
Didn't
Grant
even
for
question
anything.
it. Right.
No, it's like
I'm-
80% my fucking fault. I'm gonna be honest. 90% my fucking fault. I'm gonna be honest.
Same time, the
But
other two chose to just follow through blindly, so.
I
for
mean, I
fuck's
had no
sake.
clue where we were going because I've never been out
Well,
here.
everyone is responsible for knowing where their character is, right? You shouldn't be reliant on
Yeah.
other people to tell you where you are, so. You are your
Well,
own
yeah,
man.
I knew that we were traveling out, but I didn't know which like direction it was.
Alright. Well, that'll be it for tonight's story then, at CBK in the jungle. We made a terrible
What?
decision, traveling into the deep of that
Yeah,
mountain. So,
yeah. Oh well.
it was rumored to be
It's
haunted
fine.
with undead, right? These swampy mountains.
Are we gonna have any game today? Any more game today?
That'll be the last one for today. Alright, thanks for playing,
For
guys.
fuck's sake.
Take care.
This was worthless.
Damn, that's great.